Welcome to the Lilly Roddy Show, coming to you from the LRS studios here in Houston, Texas. Thank you for joining me this week as we look at November the 9th through November the 15th. Fall weather has finally reached Houston, and we're able to turn off the air conditioners. Supposedly, we're going to have a cooler than normal winter, but we'll wait to see if that really happens. And I lived through the midterm elections, and the results were much as I expected here in Texas. This upcoming week, we do have 2 long void moons on Sunday and Wednesday of this week. Be sure to schedule around them. Also, Mars, planet of action and defense, is activating the Uranus-Pluto square on Monday and Wednesday. This can give us a lot more impulse to act on new projects, and it can help to put distance from the past. We are likely to feel a bit edgy and irritable, and this can also interrupt our sleep patterns. We do end on an upbeat note on Saturn Day, and that will help some. Well, let's get on to our weekly forecast. Sunday, November the 9th, the moon occupies Gemini, the signs of twins and duality, for the entire day. However, she will become void of course at 10:22 a.m. until she enters emotionally sensitive Cancer at 2:38 a.m. on Monday morning. Plan your more important activities before 10:22 a.m. on Sunday. Our first aspect, the moon sextiles Jupiter at 10:22 a.m. We are mentally sharp this morning. This is a great morning for planning, doing a presentation, or just feeling optimistic about the day. The moon is now void, of course, in Gemini at 10:22 a.m. until she enters Cancer at 2:38 a.m. on Monday morning. This will be a fairly long, void of course, moon time frame, lasting a little over 16 hours, and it will encompass most of the daylight hours today on Sunday. We may be easily distracted during this void of course time frame. In the afternoon, Venus squares Jupiter at 2:41 p.m. Today, we're feeling more hungry for almost everything. It may be very hard to feel sated no matter how much food or love or money we get. We're drawn to things today that have an emotional depth and intensity. We're all more needy of love and appreciation from those around us. This aspect is in effect for the next couple of days. Stop and take the time to share your love with others. Monday, November the 10th. The moon starts the day with void, of course, in curious and clever Gemini. She will enter Cancer, the sign of home and family, at 2:38 a.m. and will no longer be void, of course, after that time. The moon trines Mercury at 7:04 a.m. This is a good morning to be up early, getting your life organized. Communication should flow easily this morning. A little bit later, the moon trines Neptune at 11:44 a.m. We're feeling more open, emotionally and psychically. It's a great time to be idealistic. Let your intuition be your guide. And then, of course, here comes our Mars aspects. Mars conjuncts Pluto at 5:03 p.m. Gasoline meets dynamite. This combination of planets has been in effect for the last couple of days and will continue to be in effect for the next 2 to 3 days as well. Generally, this will make people more aggressive, defensive, and reactive. Unexpressed feelings of energies will be pushed to the surface during this time. These can also affect the planet itself and also create more earthquakes and volcanic eruptions with Mars-Pluto conjunction. This can be a very good time to confront the problems in your life with a clear plan of action. This can also help people to push forward on new projects and take the initiative that they've been lacking. In real life, if you see a lot of drama, find a detour. Tuesday, November the 11th. Today is Veterans Day. The moon transits Cancer, the sign of genetic memory, for the entire day. Very early in the morning, the moon opposes Pluto. Although the next three aspects occur early in the morning, these are very intense energies. They could keep us up early in the morning, rehashing the details about something we just can't seem to let go of. The moon opposes Mars at 1:13 a.m. We are restless and our emotions are right on our sleeve. This is a great time for a workout at the gym or some online gaming, but it's not the best for sleeping. The moon squares Uranus at 3:53 a.m. Finally, the last of these three mentally stimulating aspects that have either made it difficult to sleep or created a very active dream life. We're wanting to be free of our past emotions that keep us locked in our own state of self-abandonment. And if it wasn't so early, this is a good time for a garage sale. The moon trines the sun at 3:55 p.m. We're feeling much more grounded this afternoon and getting some things done. There's still an overall air of tension. It's a great time for running errands, especially if they have to do with increasing your emotional and financial security. And finally, the last aspect for the day, Mercury trines Neptune at 9:39 p.m. Now, this is a very different aspect. With this aspect in play for the next couple of days, we're in a highly creative and imaginative time. This can be a great time to be in a think tank, doing some brainstorming at your office, or paying a lot more attention to your intuition. We should be able to put words to our deeper feeling with this combination of planets. Generally, this is a good day for writing, painting, arts and craft, and watching your favorite movies. Make sure you take some time for yourself with this aspect. And of course, this aspect is also in effect for a couple of days. Wednesday, November the 12th. The moon begins the day in family-oriented Cancer, but she will return void of course at Cancer at 3:16 a.m. She will remain void of course until lunchtime at 12:44 p.m. when she enters aware of self Leo for the remainder of the day. Plan your more important activities after lunch. The moon trines Venus at 1:38 a.m. This is a great time to be indulging in sensual pleasures. Quoting Gallagher, if you can't get screwed, have a Snickers bar. The moon trines Saturn at 3:16 a.m. If you're awake, this is a great time to be working on a project. Now, the moon is void, of course, in Cancer at 3:16 a.m. until she enters Leo at 12:44 p.m. Keep your morning plans simple until after lunchtime. There are some very intense energies in the sky for this afternoon and this evening. We will all be under some level of tension and stress. Stay true to yourself and don't do any unnecessary sacrificing. Venus conjuncts Saturn at 7:02 p.m. We are judging the value of our personal resources, time, love, money, and talent. Although we are feeling that these parts of us are not being appreciated, we are beginning to withdraw our investments. We're seeking assurance policies from those around us in business and in our personal relationships. This combination of planets can make us feel that our resources are low and that there may not be enough. Don't overthink your situation, as that might produce more fear than reality. Relationships need a clear sense of commitment. Remind your partner of just how important they are to you. Generally, this can make us feel sort of low energy and a bit negative. Talking to others will help you have a larger and more positive view of your own future. Don't go at it alone. This aspect is in effect for a couple of days. And then another big aspect, Mars squares Uranus at 7:29 p.m. Gasoline meets nitroglycerin. With this aspect in play for the last couple of days and continuing to be active for the next couple of days, this can all make us a bit edgy and very jealous of our personal space and freedom. We'll all be needing our own space with this aspect. Our actions may seem out of proportion to our current situations, but this is a building energy and is reaching a point of expression or explosion. We may feel very competitive or want to push our point of view down someone else's throat. Choose your battles carefully. Don't overdo it with your workout with this aspect. You can easily push yourself beyond your own limits. Generally, it's a good time to be dealing with projects that we've been putting off. Thursday, November the 13th, the moon journeys through Leo, the sign of self-assurance, for the entire day. Our energy levels remain strong throughout the day. The moon squares Mercury at 1:57 a.m. If you're awake, you have a lot of nervous energy and you just may find it hard to let your brain rest. Find some distraction and you'll go right back to sleep. The moon trines Uranus at 3:03 p.m. This is a great afternoon for interacting with people, especially in business. We're able to do a lot more personable things with people outside of our normal circle. And as always, it's a great time to go shopping with your friends. The Sun squares Jupiter at 9:05 p.m. This combination of planets, which has been in effect for the last couple of days and will continue to be in effect, has been pushing us to expand beyond who we are. It expands our connections with other people and enhances our resources at the same time. These are great energies for planning or for marketing meetings. At the very least, this is a great time to get out for a lecture or a trip to the museum. Friday, November the 14th. The moon resides in Leo for the whole day. She will become void, of course, in the latter part of the evening. So make the most of your day. The moon conjuncts Jupiter at 8:18 a.m. We're busy as the day begins. We're feeling positive and upbeat about our outcomes. This is a good day and a good time to deal with clients or friends overseas. The moon squares the sun at 9:15 a.m. We're trying to be the most productive we can be this morning. It would be best that the activities that you worked on directly impacted you in a positive way. It's a good time to be working on finances for business or for your romantic relationships. The moon squares Saturn at 4:03 p.m. Generally, we're feeling a bit negative and depressed about where we are. Saturn always shoves reality in our face, even if we're not ready. But don't sit idly by and let that fear build. Act on your fears and relieve yourself of your own stress. It's a good time to be real, but not too real. The moon squares Venus at 8:53 p.m. We're definitely seeking escape this evening. It's a great time for a lovely meal and a delicious bottle of wine. If that's too much trouble, a pint of ice cream and an old movie will do perfectly. The moon is now void, of course, in Leo at 8:53 p.m. until she enters Virgo at 1:08 a.m. on Saturday morning. Saturday, November the 15th. The day starts with the moon void, of course, in magnanimous Leo for a very brief time frame. She will enter dedicated and discerning Virgo at 1:08 a.m. and will travel through Virgo for the remainder of the day. Our first aspect, the moon opposes Neptune at 10:53 a.m. This combination of planets makes us a lot more sensitive to our environment. These are great times for yoga, astrology readings, or attending a workshop on how to learn more about your own psychic skills. We are creative and inventive, but not task-oriented. The moon sextiles Mercury at 11:49 p.m. In the latter part of the evening, we're all a lot more chatty. It's a great time to process all the emotional ups and downs that we experience throughout the whole week. It's a great evening to be out with friends without an agenda. Our brains work better this evening, and we're processing information better than usual. This may also keep us from going to bed too early. Enjoy. Well, that's what's going on for this week. If you would like to contact me for a personal astrology session, you can always contact me at lilyroddyshow@aol.com, lilyroddyshow.com, and on Twitter and Facebook. Please take time to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get your notifications in your email. Well, thank you for joining me. This is the Lilly Roddy Show, coming to you from the LRS studios here in Houston, Texas, reminding you to keep those stars in your eyes. Bye-bye.